You guys sent me your homes, and let's just say I have some notes. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. If you don't know, my name is Cooper, and today we're going to be doing something really fun. You guys know how much I love judging spaces and giving advice, and so I thought it would be super fun to have you guys send me your spaces, but part of the fun is I'll also be roasting them. And now, you guys, let's not get offended here. When people sent in their photos, they consented to this, they knew that I'd be roasting them, and I'm not going to be mean, okay? I'm just gonna try and give my advice. I love you guys. I want the best for you guys. And so I want to do you this service and help you out. The first space we're going to be looking at today is an apartment. And I thought this would be a great first example to look at because I feel like this person has a really standard apartment that I think so many of you guys probably also have and are working with. So here we have the living area. And yes, it's cute. It feels very much like a younger person lives here. You know, we've got that gallery wall. We've got a cool guitar and that IKEA floor lamp. And you know what? It's not bad. It's not offensive. I'm not feeling offended here. It seems just like a standard apartment for, maybe someone in their 20s or early 30s. For this living room, there are a couple things that I just don't like. The first one is going to have to be this gallery wall. I mean, I'm sorry. This is just way too high above your couch. It looks weird. It looks bad. It looks like it's just floating in the air. And I understand what you were going for here, right? But it was just not executed in the way it should have been. I am not anti-gallery wall, but it's really important to play around with it and make sure you get it right before you hang it on the wall. What this gallery wall is saying to me is that they did not plan. They just hung things on the wall and were like, okay, that looks good here. And I would always suggest laying your art pieces out on the floor before you hang them on the wall. I think it's a great way to see how they'll work together and kind of see what the vision is going to be. And I just think it was kind of an afterthought in this space. It just doesn't look good. Your couch is fine, the lamp is fine, whatever. Those are big ticket items, so I get it, but I just wish that they would have upgraded. You can also see that they have this very bougie looking mid-century true vintage chair in there, which I absolutely love, and I think it looks really cute, but I don't think that it works in this space for a couple reasons. It looks like to me that you kind of cheaped out on a lot of other things and then invested in this one really nice piece, which is totally fine, but I would always say that just waiting and saving up gradually and having only a couple pieces of furniture is the better option, with those pieces of furniture being very of quality and very beautiful. I also just think that the rug in this room is really throwing it off. I think it's a little bit too small, and I think going for the grid pattern here was not a good choice, given that the flooring in this apartment is already pretty busy. I like the green incorporation, I really do. I just don't think that this rug is right for the space. I actually have that same rug, but it's a small little rug in my hallway. And so I think the pattern maybe brings a little bit more of a pop rather than having it, spread across the entire space. Now, addressing the wall on the other side. This I also really don't like. I'm not sure exactly what you were kind of going for here with the whole entertainment setup, but I just don't think that it was executed very well once again, and it feels really heavy and dark. I think that maybe getting just like a long TV stand and spreading it across that space would look much better than having, all of these different varying heights when it comes to the cabinetry. It just feels a little bit too bulky for the room, if that makes sense. Moving on to the little dining area in this apartment, it's fine. I mean, I understand, you wanted the dining room floating in the middle because you wanted to have that coffee bar over there, which is nice. But honestly, my entire gripe with this area is it just looks like it's entirely fast furniture. It looks like you bought everything on Amazon in the dining area, in the coffee nook, and that's just my problem here. I think that incorporating some vintage pieces into this space would really help. I think that floor lamp was kind of just stuck there. I think replacing it would be a good idea, or investing in maybe a plug-in wall sconce to go next to your coffee bar would really help. But I would say my main suggestion for this area is to swap out those dining chairs. You can find dining chairs all over the place for super cheap, and get something true mid-century, kind of like that chair you have in your living room. As for the coffee bar, I think that we need to take down those floating shelves, and I think that replacing that cabinet would also be a good idea. I understand if you can't just because finances, but I think that it would really be worth the investment. So here, we're going to swap out those dining chairs, take down those floating shelves, and maybe invest in a longer console for your coffee bar. Okay, so the next space that we're going to be looking at is a playroom slash guest bedroom. I couldn't really get a solid picture of what this room is supposed to be, but we're dealing with a little bit of a disaster here, to be honest. I mean, take a look around, things are just a little bit crazy. It seems like maybe this person just stuck their kids in this room anytime they wanted to play, and so they kind of just let it be the disaster room. But honestly, I think this room has great potential because if you look at it, we have one wall that is fully wooden paneled, and you've got a ton of warmth that's kind of coming from that. And then on the other side of the room is kind of where they've situated the guest bedroom portion. It's all this like white brick, and I think, that invites some texture and maybe something a little bit more unique. We also have a fireplace over there, which I think is really cool. I also think it's important to note that we have that little slice of ceiling that kind of pushes down on the left side. But for this room, I would say that there's not really much furniture in it, so it might be worth it to just completely start over. So in my brain, I'm just emptying out the whole room when I say this. For the guest bedroom portion, I think that we should try and find a Murphy bed for you because we have that little slice of ceiling that sticks down, and so I think sliding a Murphy bed under there will make it feel a lot more organic and natural in the space rather than it being this like big bulky thing that's sticking out. And I'm not usually pro Murphy bed, like I find them to be really odd and dysfunctional, but I think in this space it might actually work. Outside of that, one of the biggest issues that you're having here is storage for your kids. I've had many clients who have kids and have their families in their home. For the kid space, the first thing that I would recommend is to go to IKEA and buy like the largest like Kallax unit possible. They're like these giant kind of grid shelves. I'm sure you've seen them somewhere, and make sure that the storage that you get for it is opaque. You don't want to see all of the stuff inside. It's better to just be looking at the white storage box and maybe have like a label on top of it that says what's in there. And I also think that utilizing that wall with the wood paneling would probably be great. I think you can do some really cool artwork on there. And then I think that a really great idea for this room would be to go and get some canvas track curtains. I'm not exactly sure where you can buy them, but I definitely know it's possible, and make it an art project with your kids. Maybe get like pencil or paint and just go crazy on the curtains, make it really fun and unique, and let them really express themselves. This is a kid's playroom. Your children should not be in a beige box. I definitely don't think that's productive. So get some canvas curtains, make it really fun and unique, and just kind of dress it up. And then maybe get like a really nice, deep, comfortable couch for this room and make it feel warm and cozy. And if you can, please, actually, please get rid of at least one of those ceiling fans. They're just so bad. I'm getting a little tired here, so bear with me, but I think that with this next one you guys will be really entertained because whoever this person is, they just made me really upset with their decisions. You might look at this apartment and say, Cooper, what is your problem? Why are you so triggered here? It's just because this person has only designed with trends. I mean, if you've watched my channel before, you're probably tired of hearing this from me, but I really don't like it when people only design their space with trends, because what that tells me is that they have no personality and they're just boring. That sounds harsh. But the thing is, like, if you don't know the person that you are or what your own interests are, it is very likely that you are going to be severely influenced by trends. And is that a bad thing? No. But what makes me worried is your bank account. Like, I don't want to know what this person's bank account is at, because when you're influenced by these trends, you tend to like impulse buy stuff, and that just really freaks me out. I never want any of my clients to do that. Please, you guys, as my subscribers, please don't impulse buy stuff. Just, please, I know I'm here. I know I tell you guys to buy different things, but please don't impulse buy. Make sure you really love something. Besides the point, here we have this yellow blocky couch. No, I don't like it. We also have another gallery wall, this time made up of something. I'm not exactly sure. We have a rug that's way too small for the living room. We have a hairpin, ugly coffee table, mid-century knockoff, blah blah blah. We have some really weird stuff going on with the layout. They just put their TV console in the middle of the room. Your mirror's on the floor. Your mirror is really short, so your head is not even going to be in that mirror when you look in it. And it just makes me really sad because this apartment has the best bones ever. I love this apartment so much. I think it's gorgeous. Here is the apartment from the other direction. I'm not exactly sure where that like hallway leads to on the left. What is going on with this cat tree paint situation on the left? Like, that's stupid. Why do you have an orange line? That doesn't, no. Get rid of that. It's stupid. It's dumb. No. I love you, whoever you are. I love you very much. But I'm going to look you in the eyes and tell you, you should paint over that. Yeah, I mean, but here it's just like bland and, boring. It seems like this apartment is really small and they're trying to save space, which I totally get. But there's ways that you can do that don't involve making the apartment a disaster. So you might be saying, Cooper, you're talking all this crap about this person's house and you're not even going to tell them how to fix it. Well, yes, I am. So don't jump to conclusions. But, the first thing that I would do here is get rid of that wretched TV console floating in the middle of the room. I think that needs to go yesterday. Take down the gallery wall. This is a little bit of a tricky situation layout wise if you want to have a TV. What I think that we can do in this room is get a little bit creative. So I think that what we should do is keep the couch where it is, invest in a really large rug to kind of go across the entire space. I think we get a new coffee table, maybe something circular, something a little bit bigger to fill up more space. And we take your TV, we take it off of that nasty console, and we put it on the other end of the wall. I think that we do one chair maybe facing diagonally towards the windows, and then we can do 2 stools on the opposite end of the home just for extra seating if people want to sit. I'm actually working with one of my clients, and we have a similar setup for her living room. So I think that doing something along the lines of that would be best. But I think that this person's main priority should be getting rid of that TV console, also painting over that orange disaster in the corner. Listen, you guys, at the end of the day, all that really matters is that you really love your space and you're happy with it. If you liked this video and you want me to do another one, go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I absolutely love to engage with my community here on YouTube. You guys mean so much to me, and it really means a lot that you show up every Sunday at 6 a.m. PST to watch my videos. It's always a joy. If you're struggling with your own space, you can always hire me as your interior decorator. I would absolutely love to help you no matter how big or small your space is. There's a ton of really great information about that on my website, and you can book a consultation with me immediately. As always, you can find me on all social media at cooper.osinski. I hope you guys are having a great day, whatever day you're watching this, and I will see you next week. Also, for those who don't believe me, because I have to prove this apparently, I am not on a green screen. I am not on a green screen. This is my real apartment, or my real house. I'm not on a green screen, so don't know what to tell you. Please just believe me. I'll see you. I'll see you guys next week. Love you. Bye. Bye.